You are listening to Claret and Blue, an Aston Villa podcast brought to you by Birmingham Live.
Hello and welcome back to a bonus episode of the Claret and Blue podcast. It's episode 11, our second of the week, because Aston Villa have won a football match and I can't wait to get talking about it. So here we are for a little bonus episode. Ash, just the two of us this afternoon.
We can make it if you try.
I love it. Yeah, I texted everybody last night in the group chat saying, who's in tomorrow? I want to make a video because we're getting a bit of some new eyes on our channel with all the Tanzania fans that have come over. Let's just get another podcast out there. Let's talk about the good times. We've been about 3 wins since we started this podcast.
Exactly.
Let's have a nice, jumpy, positive podcast. So, Aston Villa versus Watford, 2-1. Absolutely massive, mate.
Unreal. I'm still knackered from it, but what a turning point that could be. Absolute Scenes was just the trending
the
on
podcast
Twitter,
title, mate. Absolute Scenes. I can't stop thinking about it.
What was it like in the stands? Because I had to be reserved in the press box. I was
going to ask you about that. Yeah,
to celebrate. But how was it in the stand?
How did you not celebrate? First of all, she must have done something.
When you're reporting, the last stage, you're finishing up your reports. Yeah. So you tying it up. I was thinking Villa.
So you're writing for a 1-1 at that point?
I'm writing for a 1-1 at that point. Villa have fought back again. Got your point, keeps Watford into it. They were 19th at the time of writing as well, given Bournemouth's win. So it was a bit like, God, okay. Not looking good. And then I've literally looked up for half a second and Connor's hit one. And he's flying into the net. I'm like thinking, well, it's in. And pandemonium then, it's just gone off. And then the replay come on, it's come off Mings' heel or something.
What a finish by Tyrone Mings.
What a finish, yeah. No? So he steamrolled into the box. And Villa got the way deserved because Watford were just... What do you make of the time wasting and stuff?
Oh, mate, we'll come on to the time wasting.
Horrible.
Absolute joke. The scenes in the stadium, I did a tweet after the game saying, can anyone kind of pinpoint any other memories like that for a last-minute goal?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the scenes at away days and stuff are different.
Yeah.
Scenes, if you're situated behind the goal, are different.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, you got family stands and stuff like that, older people in the Trinity, which is obviously where I'm in, Lower Trinity. You see obviously there's been so many goals I've seen at Villa Park where there's been great celebrations in derby games, etc., and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Grealish's wonder strike last year against Derby and all these different moments. But I can't think of another last-minute winner at Villa Park ever, basically, where it was that good. Just because the game is so important as well. The stakes were so high. It's an unexpected goal. I saw somebody say, I did a tweet and somebody replied, Benteke's goal against Albion, which I think was a penalty in the week that we played them twice in the Cup and League week. And he also scored a penalty against QPR as well, which was a massive relegation game as well. But it's different with a penalty because it's a 50-50 chance, isn't it? He's either going to score, he's going to miss. You've been awarded the penalty and then you're waiting for it to happen. So you're expecting to start celebrating. So you kind of force it in a way. Whereas what happened last night, for it to fall to Tyrone Mings and he kind of falls over it, and then Ezri Konsa's there with an absolute worldy strike. As much as it's take a little deflection.
He tried to do the Hulkamania, Hulk Hogan. He tried to rip his shirt off, didn't he? I don't know what he was doing. He was
absolutely buzzy, wasn't he? I said straight after we left, I was like, oh mate, all like the videos and the press photography and stuff that will come from that moment will be like iconic pictures now.
Of course.
If obviously we go on to say that, I feel like this was the game where we kind of hopefully we'll look back on and turned over.
Yeah, I think so. It was like the Everton game for me back in August because El Ghazi's last minute winner. Obviously Everton were all over us at that point.
Yeah.
First game back in the Prem as well. Obviously the stakes weren't as high as they were last night, but given the atmosphere, I mean, it was red out again last night at Villa Park.
Yeah.
Similar to Everton for me on that Friday night, and to get a winner in the circumstances it was sheer jubilation.
Just got like old people running around the Trinity Road stand. I've never seen this before. What's going on? Like, everyone's loving it. And like, obviously you get, like I said before, when chants go up and stuff, it's the whole end of the North Stand, isn't it? And you'll get, the odd bits here and there from the Dug and the Trinity.
As well.
Everyone's going at it. 40,000 singing stuff to Troy Deeney and Sweet Caroline and all the rest of it. And it's the first time this season.
Even the stadium announcer was, come on now. Come on now. Let's sing it.
It's so good.
Everyone was in it, yeah. Brilliant.
It's so good. So kind of backdate it a little bit and talk about the game before that, because like I was thinking about it on the way in. I've done a handful of notes of what I remember, but like I just think last minute goal. Like I can't remember what happened before that. The game itself. Like we weren't that brilliant, really, but I never really thought Watford were threatening either. I thought there was times where at 0-0 I was like, oh, these aren't that good, are they? Like, we should be all right here. No. Troy Deeney goes on to score like everybody knew he would. The fact that I've not put any money on him to score is annoying because we all knew it was going to happen.
The press lads as well, you've got Deeney on. You go, oh, no, I haven't, but 6 goals in 4 games. You just know, didn't you?
You just know he's always going to score against us. His celebration as well, he's giving it to the whole end.
And Grimmy's towards the end, like, ooh, that hurt, but...
It winds you up, doesn't it?
He's good banter though, isn't he, Deeney? He took it at the end as well.
Yeah, he looked...
Deeney wants to score, he took it well.
He looked very sad. You love it, don't you? You love to see it.
Yeah.
I love it. But for his goal, it was so easy.
Yeah,
it was a great header.
Horse of statue, wasn't he?
Got 3 centre-backs and he's unmarked in the middle of the box. Like, how does that happen?
Exactly, I know. I don't know. It's just writings on the wall, wasn't it, from early?
Yeah.
As for the game itself, I said this yesterday, I had a real feel to it. I don't know about yourself heading down there before the game.
Yeah.
These little relegation scraps against sides around you, they're so exciting. They're like mini cup final or cup semi-finals, aren't they?
Yeah.
They were similar when the Sherwood era, when Villa were playing like the likes of QPR and stuff for sides around. Really exciting games, especially on the night as well.
Yeah. The night thing makes it a fact as well, doesn't it?
They had the same feel about it. We've got a couple coming up as well, but I thought last night Villa showed up for the fight. It wasn't the Grealish show again, was it?
Yeah.
Douglas Luiz coming up.
2 goals and Grealish not involved with either.
Jumping into the alt end as well.
Brilliant. Mate, what a celebration that is.
He walked out like Conor McGregor as well.
Yeah,
with the struts.
That's
funny.
The thing is, like, I feel like he probably should have started that game.
Yeah, I had him down to start to drink water.
Yeah, I felt it was harsh that he's not
Smith realised his mistake. He said, because you don't need to make a substitution that early.
Yeah.
And for him to do that.
Was it 55?
Yeah, literally 10 minutes or so. Drinkwater weren't up to it.
What did you think of Drinkwater? Because in the first 5 or 10 minutes,
in progress, I think.
First 5 or 10 minutes, I thought, he looks off it here. Like, he looks like he's struggling already.
You know, don't you?
But then kind of...
He can spray a pass, can't he?
Yeah, then he does a few good things and you think, there's something there. It's just a fitness thing at the moment, I think.
Of course it is. And Watford had 3 in there last night.
Yeah.
Decore, powerful guy. Kapua, the huge guys. And
he looks, like we said on the episode, I think it was Monday, he looks frustrated, but
with himself.
That's with himself, yeah.
It reminds me of like an academy player going to play for a Sunday League team and like going down to their standard. Or I don't know. He's like clearly a player there, but he hasn't got the match sharpness.
Yeah.
He knows he hasn't.
And we need to give him minutes to get up to that level, which is detriment to Villa doing well, isn't it? So it's a difficult situation. Nakamba, I thought, was probably one of his better games for us. Definitely the best game he's had since
100%.
We were good earlier on in the start of the season.
Yeah, I mentioned that as well.
El Ghazi, I thought, did well. Did okay. It was,
considering.
I watched the highlights back when I got back at the extended highlights on Sky, and he's, the ball goes up to him a few times. He's making runs, and he's giving it as good as he can, kind of thing.
He's not a striker.
It's difficult, isn't it? That when Vaslav came on 60 odd, was it? 65. Yeah. Again, at the moment he come on, obviously I wasn't at Brighton, so I didn't see it, but we just looked different when he was on there. He had a couple of runs where he's coming to kind of like loop around the centre half.
Something to think about, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's possibly no coincidence that we start to play better again once he comes on. Was the Douglas Luiz goal before he came on?
Yes.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So substitutions have been good there by Smith. There's been a lot of criticism of it. He can't change it up, or he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
You've then got to give him the credit when he spots that Drinkwater for Luiz is the better option, and getting a striker on to run at them for the second 25 minutes of the game gives a bit of space, and eventually we go on to win the game. Grealish, by the way, for the fact that, like, not that he's not done anything, because obviously he's still a great player, that run he had
for Luiz's equaliser,
and then the one that I thought was a penalty. I've seen it back now, it wasn't a penalty, but the way he like jinks past a couple of players,
sucks them all in, didn't he?
I don't know how he does it, man.
It's just slow motion in his head, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Literally, it's just slow motion for him.
He's not playing football anymore. He's playing a different game. He's doing his own. He's doing his own thing. It's just like art. The way he just dances through people, and just nobody can stop.
Exactly
nobody
when
can stop
to
him.
Pull away as well, or exactly the right time to pass, which he did for Target.
Yeah.
For his strike, and then Douglas Luiz did the rest. So, yeah, everyone was chipping in, which is great to see. And more of that, please.
Yes. Yeah. The time wasting then. You just hate it, don't you?
Ben Foster.
It's so grim. Like,
all of them are at it, weren't they?
Again, I've not watched Watford, but they've been getting results. If this is the way they've been doing it, like, I know results are king.
Yeah.
But like, it's not great, is it? It almost feels like cheating.
Nigel Pearson was lying through his teeth after. I said to him, "Did you sit back too soon?" He goes, "It wasn't our intention to."
Oh yeah,
thinking,
sure.
Oh God, come on,
Nige.
It was literally like 50 minutes to go. Like in the first half, they were doing it. Once they got their goal,
yeah, Ben Foster was time wasting for like 25 minutes. Before the goal, there was time wasting at 0-0 because they.
And in the end,
happy with
all the time was added on for Villa to get the equaliser. So happy day. I mean, the winner. So happy days.
The way that game has folded out, unfolded, there's nothing about it I would change.
Nah.
Going 1-0 down to Deeney.
Pantomime Villa.
Horrible moment.
Yeah.
But that makes the ending so much more sweeter. All the time wasting winds you up. The referee as well, by the way.
Martin Atkinson.
Absolutely awful.
He got booed off, didn't he?
He's got to be up there with one of the worst we've had this season. He's had no control of the game whatsoever.
Although Mings was lucky though, I thought he'd get his second yellow. I did, yeah. He patted the ball.
I didn't think he touched it.
He patted the ball.
He kind of like looked like this after he'd done it. I'm doing it for people that aren't listening. He put his arms by his side and it felt like it hit him in the stomach.
I was expecting a booking.
Really?
I was, yeah.
Okay. But, I saw Nigel Pearson say that he was lucky to get away with it and I was like, nah, come on.
I know they're clutching a little bit, but you have seen referees give a yellow for that. Maybe if you weren't on a yellow, you probably would have got a yellow.
Yeah, which is probably just tells you that the rules are stupid more so than the law itself.
But we don't care, do we?
Oh no. Did you see Mings' comment post-game on Sky?
What did he say?
The reporter said something like, Watford feel like they've been hard done by, that you maybe should have had a second yellow. Is there anything you'd like to say about that? And he was like,
no.
Nope. And that was it.
That's it, yeah.
It's not important, is it? The ref didn't give it. VAR is there. They would have checked it. They also decided it wasn't worthy of a second yellow. I'm assuming they can check that because it's a potential red card situation. I mean, who knows what VAR is up to these days? But you know, if it was a handball, then it would have been a red card. So surely they would have checked it and decided it wasn't. Who cares, mate?
Villa are due a bit of luck at now. The injury crisis they've had and stuff. So it went our way.
Yeah, but the time wasting, it's just sloppy. Like
they got what they deserved.
It's what I'd hate about football. Like,
Villa pressed. I know.
I saw somebody tweeted me actually about we talked about the ball boys a few weeks ago. That Terry had sent a message on and all that. That happened again last night.
Did it?
To say like, get them when I feel like they should know this anyway. But when they're messing about, get them the ball and put it on the ground for them. Like the amount of times Foster's like decided, I'm going to put it on the left side. And then walk over to the right hand side of the box, and then get the grass out of his boots and stuff. So it winds you up, and that's obviously why they do it, because the players are going to get frustrated as well, and that is a kind of a tactic in itself.
It reversed itself, didn't it? Because it got the crowd up,
the players up,
fired everyone else up.
Exactly. So. It kind of goes two ways, doesn't it? It either winds somebody up enough that they have a bit of a dig or leave a tackle in.
And the crowd, didn't it?
Whereas, that time wasting allowed enough time for us to score the winner.
Happy days.
Like that's how perfect the situation was. If they weren't time wasting so much, we don't get 94 minutes and we end that game 1-1. It was just a perfectly written script, wasn't it, for that? Speaking of, actually, there was an article that James Rushton wrote last night. I don't know when he's written it. It's got to have been on the way back from he was at the game. He wasn't working. So
is he sitting in the Holt end?
He's in the Holt end. Yeah, here we go. So I texted him saying, did you write that piece on the way back to the station? And he said, walking in the car, and then uploaded it at home.
Super.
Like, he's not even working a shift, as far as I'm aware, and he's just thought, I want to write this article and post it. So I want to read it on the podcast. So I kind of would like to do this kind of thing more often, kind of highlight the work that you guys are writing about as well on the podcast, obviously for Villa specifically, just because there's some good stuff on there, so we might as well talk about it. So settle yourself in, Ash. We're going to have a little bit of story time. I'm just going to read at you for the next couple of minutes and to the audio, so get a cup of tea or something and sit back and listen to my lovely sweet voice read this article out. I bet James never...
It's an audio book, isn't it?
I know, yeah, I bet James has never thought I'd be voice-overing one of his articles at one point. Okay.
Give it somewhere, though.
Okay, ready? Are you going to just browse on your phone while I read this, or you can't listen, mate?
I've read it.
You read it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Rarely will a winner taste as sweetly for Aston Villa. Picture the scene. Troy Deeney nods a header into the net. Villa are down a goal and swamped in trouble. Heads drop, confidence fades, and as the half-time whistle blows, the side look relegated. Watford are rising and taking control of Villa Park in a match that the villains can't afford to lose. Deeney doesn't just score, by the way. He slays the dragon for the nth time. Where do you even get that from? A born and bred Blue Nose, he loves to score against his eternal rival. Deeney, the constant architect of Watford revival after revival, is vilified by Villa fans, but for his team, he is nothing less than a hero. Which is true. Like, if he was playing for you and he wasn't a Birmingham fan, you'd be going, oh, yeah.
Of course you would, yeah.
Oh, I love him. Yeah. What a player. But for the opposition, he's one of those that just winds you up.
You love to hate, don't you? Yeah.
As he stands with his team triumphant in attack, he leers into the whole end and sneers into the face of the matchday enemy. To the Villa fan, he is a cruel coward. To the opposition, he is a leader. He stares into the face of the young and old alike and performs his dutiful task, the wind-up. You just know that a child watching on is praying with balled fists for the universe to find a balance to undo this perceived cruelty. That was me. As for the adults, they've seen it all before. The player scores, he mocks, he wins. This is the Deeney formula, and combined with the performance employed to frustrate by Watford, it was almost a nightmare for Villa. What this script hadn't accounted for, however, was the resistance that Villa were about to provide, which is what we've talked about before, having that fight back, that's what you need in a relegation scrap, and we were kind of all doubting whether do Villa have that or not.
I mentioned before in previous pods, Villa have been flaky, too easy to play against, but now they seem to have got the bit between the teeth.
We could have rolled over there at that point, and we didn't, so that's massive.
The crowd played a big part, by the way.
Yes. Substitute Douglas Luiz casually deemed Deeney's opener as void with the most ferocious of tap-ins, and the Hornets quickly realised that the game was theirs to lose. The Watford players held onto the ball, refused to put it into play, and intended on suffocating the clock. The referee, on the other hand, was allowed to play the role of a phantom, merely observing and refusing to involve himself in the mortal affair of a Tuesday night football match. He won't be asked if his stopwatch was working as Watford played around with the match ball to deny Villa time and precious opportunity. As the clock died out, hope threatened too as well. The worst feeling in life is the fade of belief, and it is all too common for one to feel that when watching football. But this was different. Luiz's goal allowed for Villa to believe. The surging runs of Indiana Vasilev, what a name, by the way, gave Villa some breathing room. Even when Jack Grealish faltered, the rest were able to find an extra 5% just to fight for their captain and their team. Oh mate, I love that. One last attempt saw Villa carry the win and collapse Watford. The most unlikeliest of results provided from the most surprising source. Ezri Konsa found the ball on the edge of the box. He thought twice, then laid into the ball. It fizzed from his foot into the roof of the net with some ferocity. Forensically speaking, Konsa's goal carried an expected goals value of 0.07, a 7% chance of a goal. We know this because he tried the exact same shot from a similar position earlier in the match, only for it to fly wide. Not this time. Nope. The shot, the last kick of the game, flicked against Tyrone Mings and may be credited to him, which it has been, mentally, by the way. Just give it Konsa. He was gutted, wasn't he, at that interview? Yeah. Sorry for him. Flicked against Tyrone Mings to beat Ben Foster. After conspiring to steal a result from Villa, Watford left empty-handed. Time wasting fell to naught, and the mocking celebration of their forward fell away into memory. As for Deeney himself, the good must come with the bad. His spar with Aston Villa is a duel in which he has always been victorious. He may go on to get another win over the Villa, but now he must dwell in defeat and reflect. It's about time. He is only human though, and we as Villa fans will never see eye to eye with him in the same manner that others can't go on with Jack Grealish. Very fair. We have the Pokemon red cartridge and they have the blue. We're in two different worlds. It doesn't matter though, not anymore. It balanced out and the good was followed by, and the bad was followed by the good. Konsa's goal seemed to be handed to Villa by destiny, and if not by that, hard work. The match winner didn't just win the game, it provided a spark that might ignite this Villa side and push them forwards. They have shown their resilience and their brilliance. Before we get carried away, there is not a single member of this side that isn't beyond committing errors. Tyrone Mings is often guilty of overplaying simple touches. Grealish is a magnet for the ball and not always at the best moment. Douglas Luiz and Marvelous Nakamba protect the ball until they don't. The same follows for the rest. However, they can shine in their own ways. Jack Grealish is always the guiding flame that shines a light towards the path to victory. Mings ensures that his defence, focus on his, are up to their tasks. Nakamba is sometimes a valve to stop a flowing attack, and Douglas Luiz is a front for which confidence pours. And where El Ghazi and Trezeguet seem to push constantly against the impossible, Pepe Reina is the calm in the face of frenzy, who was very good, by the way, Pepe Reina.
Very, very good.
We're all talking about Tom Heaton being what a goalkeeper. I mean, but Pepe Reina is arguably coming in as a replacement and been better than Tom Heaton was, which is what a signing he might be, by the way. After the match, Mings admitted that the Villa are in a relegation scrap, and judging from their past two performances, his team are ready to fight. The late Ron Saunders once quipped, "Do you want to bet against us?" a phrase that is now a demand of this Villa team. Not to go too far, but would you? Oh, mate, what a piece of writing that is.
Fairy tale, poetry.
That is poetry.
Audio book.
Mate, read very well by me with a lot of typos in there. That'll be edited up so much.
So you did that on the way home. So
I can imagine, just for a sec, I'm not kind of, I know that you're a writer as well. I'm not going to discredit your work here, by the way. But imagine typing that on a phone, walking to a train station, like.
Probably bump into about 10 lampposts.
Yeah, like I can't even imagine sitting down to do some work and typing it up and having to think about it all day. To just have to like casually walk along and write that on a train.
It's incredible bit of work.
Very, very talented.
More of the same, please, James.
Yes, more of that. More of that, indeed.
I'd have just gone to the pub for a calm down.
He wasn't even working, mate. Oh, unreal. So yeah, I saw that this morning. You said, "Do you mind tweeting this out for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it on the way in. I've got to read it first to know what it's about." And I just tweeted it. Just outstanding. Just a great piece of writing. I want to kind of highlight that on the podcast. So
100%.
that article sums up what last night was.
Which is, James, encapsulating pure emotion, isn't it?
Yeah.
Straight after the full-time whistle, get down the old end steps, you're walking down Whitton Lane, just pure emotion.
Yeah.
And he's pouring it out into his phone, which his phone turned into the article itself, which should be read by yourself. So, great bit of work there. I mean, incredible writer, isn't he, James? Glad to have him on board.
Yeah, 100% agree. It's different for us to be able to do it in podcast form because we can look at each other and we can talk and we can can feel and express how we feel about it.
That comes from within, doesn't it?
To do that in text form is difficult. So yeah, great piece, and definitely go and read it if you haven't. Definitely. Even though I've just read it, just go and support.
Just absorb it.
Support the website and share it. Maybe is more so than go and read it. Go and share it and support James and what we're trying to do. Obviously, the NE Aluko deal to bring you in as the first ever sporting director for the Aston Villa women.
Like that,
they're top of the league. The manager looks like a good young talent. There's good things going on there with the Villa women, and I'm not going to sit here and try and sit here and pretend like I know exactly what's going on because I've not been paying it the attention it clearly deserves. But there's special things going on there, and it's good to see that Aston Villa, as the collective club, are putting so much energy and time into that.
Yeah, I think for all the women who are playing football now, inspired by what she's done in the game. So
this is helping the future generation, isn't it? So absolutely all for that. Again, I saw this on the way in that the deal had been done. And I kind of scrolled past it and just thought, that's like a massive deal, isn't it? Like that's a big thing. Like she's a well-known professional footballer. She's been on media duty for men's football as well on punditry. To have her associated with Villa and to be doing this role for the club for the first time shows that they're taking it seriously. Just wanted to give that a little mention.
Yeah, watch your space with the women's the Villa.
Yeah, good times. Everything feels a little bit more positive all of a sudden, doesn't it?
It's crazy. I said yesterday, 11 days ago, 6-1 at Man City. It was down in the dumps. We're going to get out of this.
It was stupid though, wasn't it, to get 2 downhearted over that. Things changed so quickly.
And then 1-0 down at half time against Brighton. You're thinking, here we go again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, football's mad, isn't it?
Maybe that Brighton game was the turning point more so than today. Like a bit like last year.
Yeah.
Maybe we're about to go and win another 9 in a row now. That was Stoke. And yesterday was Derby. Now we're going to win 9 in a row. Lovely stuff. There was a tweet I saw earlier which I replied to saying good tweet, and I knew I was going to use this on the podcast from Mike Pearson. He says, a week of training and togetherness until a game that could get us to Wembley, time to bed in our new striker, maybe time to get another in, gets everyone fresh and no relegation zone pressure for at least a couple of weeks, feeling superb. And I was like, yes. Everything's kind of looking
positive
up a bit there.
Positive vibes if it was that easy.
Ali Samatta will be in training at some point this week.
Thursday, Friday this week,
So, yeah.
He's had an interview for his UK visa, so he can just officially work here now.
Yeah.
It's just formalities there. I spoke to Dean Smith yesterday about him. He hasn't watched him live, which I found quite surprising, but obviously he's been busy, hasn't he? He's had Wesley as his number one.
Yeah.
The transfer remit's changed dramatically since that injury.
Yeah.
And Suso and the scouts have been over to Racing Club Genk to watch him. Been on Villa's radar since the summer as well.
Okay, nice.
And yes, Smith was full of praise. He likes the Belgian market. Said it's a solid one. You've got Engels from there, Nakamba, Wesley. You can rely on the players who come from there. And I mean, he's in training end of this week. I expect him to start Tuesday.
Yeah, there was a bit of thing, wasn't there, about can he play against Leicester, and he can play now. So obviously
he'll be the wild card.
He will play.
Gives Villa a boost.
Yeah.
And again, I think you're looking at that Watford atmosphere last night. It could be the same again Tuesday, if not even more better. Mad. It's going to be crazy. Tuesday nights at Villa Park.
Yeah, mate. Can we play every game on a Tuesday night? And then you've got Bournemouth obviously on the Saturday, and we'll do a podcast next week where we'll talk about these kind of games in more detail. But I think, again, it's easy to get carried away. I think we might look back on this moment right now. I think so. This is the time things change.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the manner of the goal last minute. I think this could define our season. Touch wood. Dean was asked if it was the biggest win of the season. Of course, it is because it's the latest one.
Yeah,
which
nice. Good answer.
Which says it all. But I think it just seemed that way, didn't it? The whole spectacle of it, just nicking off Mings' foot and just flying in. And
that's such like a. You know the butterfly effect, that like little moments can affect different things.
Yeah.
Like they give him the goal, so that suggests that Conce's effort wasn't going in anyway.
Yeah.
So him falling over and it just happening to nick off his boot could save Aston Villa from going down.
100%.
In the long run.
Way to go though, obviously.
Which is mental, because it's just a little fluky thing that you could never plan. Like unless Tyrone Mings had been planning that finish in training, then we'll give him that respect. But just a little moment could change the whole course of the rest of the season. 100%. So it feels like a big deal, but obviously maybe we'll come back to this in May and go, oh, what were we talking about? That was the last time we won.
We got at the period of having no striker now, 4 games.
Yes, yeah.
We've got out of it now. So matters
relatively
lost 1, drew 2, won 1.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not bad return, considering the lads are doing a job up there. Grealish has pulled us out as a whole numerous occasions. But let's get Ali in. Excited by him, I really am.
Yeah, there's a lot of, obviously we did the podcast about him the other day, and there's a lot of love from him from his home nation. The thing that I liked when you mentioned about the Belgian players is that we know that the guys aren't just looking for footballers, they're looking for characters.
Of course.
And he's a captain, everyone loves him, like he looks like a good, the stories he's done with charities and stuff, looks like a good person, so everything points to he looks like a good addition. But obviously we need to see his football first as well.
I analysed his club interview, it's 9 minutes long, so obviously not many people have seen it, but 4 things that stuck out for me. Obviously,
was this when he signed for us?
Yeah. So I picked out the interviewer said scored against Liverpool, great goal. But
yes.
Ali's response was, we lost the game though, which was quite good. Really, I thought he's a winner.
Yeah, nice.
He wasn't bothered by his goal. He said we lost to Liverpool. We was drawing at the time. We lost.
Just on that, before you move on, Ezri Konsa yesterday, when he was told that it was Tyrone Mings' goal, he sat on the floor like heartbroken. There's people replying.
I seen him slumped in the corner.
There's people replying like, "Oh, like this is a professional football, like all about me." Blah blah blah. It's like, mate, he's essentially a kid, 22 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Robbed of his first official Premier League goal
in the manner it was.
In the manner it was. Obviously, he's going to be disappointed. But then he says, "But at least we won."
Exactly.
So he knows that as much as that's a personal disappointment, the team
everyone's in it together.
The team winning is more important.
And him and Mings were bouncing off each other.
There's some good banter on Twitter as well.
There was.
The camaraderie was great. But that's the flip reverse of Samatta, that he could have had adulation there and gone, yeah, what a goal it was against Liverpool in the Champions League. And he's gone, no. The team lost. That was the main takeaway from that night. So it's good that we've got those characters in the club now, and it's exciting.
He's a leader, he's a captain, so yeah, fully expect him to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
What else did I notice about his interview? He was asked about Benteke, because obviously he come from Genk as well.
Yeah. The number 20, a new number 20.
A new number 20 as well, took his shirt. So, but he immediately said, I want to be better than Benteke when he come over. So nice. He's looking to smash down his goal record when he comes. So must have a target there. I want to be better than Benteke, which is...
I wonder what his target for goals would be for the rest of this season.
I don't know.
Assuming he stays fit and plays every game.
He'd like to get double figures, wouldn't he?
What's left? Is it 15?
Yeah, 15, 16 games.
So if he gets 8 or 9...
15 games, yeah. Yeah, I
think James said his career record is a goal every 2 games.
Yeah, that's right.
So if we got 15 games, if he gets 7 or 8,
happy days.
He's on track.
Similar when Bent arrived for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
He got 9 in. He arrived.
That was half a season.
Half a season. So he saved our season. So Samatta will be looking to do the same.
Nice.
He's looking to do better than Benteke, as I mentioned. What else? He mentioned about his game as well. He likes to play on the shoulder defences. So Villa
which is very interesting.
I know, yeah. Can't remember the last time Villa had a player who played on the shoulder.
Yeah.
In prime Gabby, you said,
with pace.
So we'll be looking to stretch teams, which Villa haven't had for a long, long time, have they? So obviously Wesley drops deep. There'll be that ball over the top now. We can sprint onto it. He's rapid. He's Samatta. So me and James mentioned this about in the last one about Drinkwater possibly having an influence on Samatta.
Yeah.
Big shout now. Samatta could be Vardy. Drinkwater's Vardy. Clips over the top, maybe. Yeah. Obviously, Drinkwater's not up to the standard yet, where it'd be like in terms of match fitness, but that little duo could work there. I mean, Drinkwater likes the ball over the top. He sees pictures, according to Dean Smith. So Samatta will look at it, he might go. So pick him out.
I like the idea of having a a striker making runs like that with Grealish as well.
Oh, God, yeah. Imagine the space that'll open up.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that Grealish hasn't ever... Because you got Tammy, I guess, who...
Yeah, he's more of a focal point, wasn't he?
Yeah, so the prime Jack Grealish that we see now hasn't played with a striker like that yet.
No. That's an exciting prospect.
I like the idea that one, he's either going to create extra space for Jack or a Horan or whatever, or ex-midfielder running into the box.
Yeah.
But also Jack dancing around people and finding that Samatta has made a run across the box or whatever and just playing him in. Like, that's an exciting prospect that we've got somebody like Jack who can find players, and now we've got someone who is going to make those runs and be willing to foul and not just kind of looking around going,
himself, isn't it?
El Ghazi's our striker and he's miles out of position kind of thing. Like, we've got someone now that will make those runs, and that's an exciting prospect.
He won't be fazed by the atmosphere as well. Obviously, it was spine-tingling last night. Samatta's got the weight of 57 million Tanzanians on his shoulder, so he's used to that.
I did a tweet about that. I was like, if you can carry a nation, firing Villa to safety, piece of cake, mate.
Exactly. So he's got it sussed. Exciting. So I'll get him in. He'll be the Carabao Cup wild card.
Yes.
He could lead us to Wembley, and he's hoping anyway. But yeah,
it's crazy, isn't it? How things can change in football. That you look in a couple of weeks ago, going, it's all doom and gloom, and then you win a football game, and you go, here we go.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to Wembley now.
Exactly.
like it's mad, isn't it? Like, that's what makes football, and it's nice that. Like I said at the start, I think when we've done this podcast, we've probably won 2 or 3 games in the time we've done it. In the 7 or 8 weeks we've been doing it. So the fact that we've been able to sit down and actually reflect on a game,
revel over a win,
over a win is nice to do.
Days.
So I think that pretty much sums up everything that I'd thought I wanted to talk about. So yeah, thank you very much, Ash, for joining.
Yeah, nice one. Enjoyed that little quick one.
Quick message in the group chat last night saying who wants to do a podcast. Kendrick was like, I'm not here. James was like, I'm not coming. I was like, come on, lads. Does anyone want to come and do a podcast?
Got to lap it up while we can.
We've got to go for it. So thank you to everyone who's sat and listened through and watched our content lately, because obviously we're posting a lot of stuff at the moment. I think this is the 3rd video since Monday. So thanks for keeping with us. The numbers are looking good, which is great. If you've enjoyed this episode, then do let us know. Hopefully our positivity has been able to rub off on people. And
that's it.
We're all kind of feeling the same thing, aren't we? So let's kind of,
like you said,
let's bask in it together. Thank you very much to everyone who supported this stuff lately and supported this episode. Share it around if you can. That always helps. And we'll see you again in a few days, probably, when I'll decide let's just go make another podcast, because why not? But if not, it'll be Monday. So yes, thank you very much, and up the Villa.
See you next time.
Thank you for listening to Claret and Blue, an Aston Villa podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, then please let us know. We love hearing your feedback. We'll be back soon with another episode. Until then, up the Villa.